What's going on, everybody?
Start over. I hit the button as you start talking.
Okay. What's going on, everybody? Little side project here today is the 85 K10 four-wheel drive. We're getting that truck ready. It's getting a full new interior, complete paint, new motor, all kinds of stuff. We're doing this truck up. We may be making a trade on it, but we may not be. It doesn't matter. We're going to get it done anyway. One of the things we're doing is a complete, I guess like a Silverado type interior. So it's all full carpet instead of black plastic floor mat. It's getting a headliner. It's getting all plastic trim, new dash pad, new stereo, new heater controls, all new speakers, monoblock amp, blah, 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 on and on and on. Our first step was we showed you Matt doing a little rust repair on the floor. We got that taken care of. The next thing we got to do is lay the carpet in here and get the carpet cut to fit. One of the issues with putting carpet in a stick shift vehicle is you need to remove that shifter. Okay, it just makes it a lot easier, because otherwise you got to figure out exactly where your hole goes, slip it over there, and it's a giant nightmare. So on these most truck transmissions, okay, you're going to look at it and people will see it looks like a roll pin. So they'll commence to hammering on that and mash it over and ruin it, so it's not a roll pin, just so you know. Not a roll pin that holds the shifter in anyway. What you're going to end up doing is probably breaking this case, and then you're in a world of hurt. But if you ever have to pull a transmission, pull a motor, pull a transmission, all that, you would have to literally lift this cab up over this shifter to get it off of there. But it's actually a really easy process, and I'll show you. You take this piece right here and make sure it's in neutral. It's spring loaded, so you just push this down, turn it about 1/8 of a turn, and take your shifter out, just like that. So it's really not a difficult thing to do, but it makes your life a lot easier when you go to put carpet in. So now we'll get the carpet and start laying that in there and show you a little bit of that. Boys have been outside today doing all kinds of cleaning up out in the yard. Joe and I started yesterday. He's been diagnosed with the Rona, otherwise known as a cold. So he won't be in for a little bit. And that's something that we've been having to deal with on and off, is people getting sick and whatnot. It's been a rough winter. It's been an odd winter. But anyway, Joe and I yesterday cleaned up a lot of the stuff out in the parking lot. We've got our cargo trailer outside that we're slowly moving stuff out and putting it in there because swap meet season's coming. And instead of panicking and trying to get that trailer ready for a swap meet, we're just going to put everything in it. And if you guys ever run into me at a swap meet, the stuff I got in that trailer is pennies on the dollar. I just don't want to store it in the shop, so it's going to a swap meet. It's a good reason for us to sit around and drink beer and shoot the breeze with a bunch of other car people. But anyway, you can see we got our different steering wheel in there. We got Dakota digital gauges in it. This is on its way, new heater controls. I've got some new AC vents. They're back ordered, but I did find a guy that's got a couple of them in stock. So I got those from him, and also illuminated visors for the dually. So kind of one-stop shopping. Guy does a lot of parts on early Chevy trucks. Also over the weekend, I've been looking for a car probably since I was 17 years old, and I finally found the right one. Unfortunately, it's in Minnesota. I think Mike Lindell from MyPillow is also in Minnesota. So if we get this car, we may get some MyPillows too. We might. I don't know. But anyway, it's a 1971 Plymouth Satellite Sebring Plus from California. It's a builder. It needs to be done, but it is a relatively rust-free car. Don't have to do quarters, rockers, floors, frames, all that kind of stuff. It's just got a little bit of minor rust here and there. It's a true 383 car, FC7 plum crazy white interior. It all sounds real good until I show you a picture of the car. It needs to be redone. But it is the car I've been looking for. I did not want a Roadrunner. I did not want a GTX. I specifically wanted a 383 Satellite Sebring Plus. I really wanted a red one with a white interior. I haven't been able to find a red one, but I did find the FC7 Plum Crazier in violet. So we're making a deal on that car. I got to figure out shipping and get it down here. We're not going to do anything with it for now. I'm just acquiring the car so I have it and I can rest at night knowing that I found another one of my childhood cars. What else? I'm going to very shortly be posting up some stuff I've got for sale. 67 Impala that has a small block in it, and it's needy, but it's all there with a title, and I'm going to sell that car fairly cheap. So we're going to get that out of there. I've got my jet boat that I'm probably going to sell that as well. That's a 460 dual quad jacuzzi jet with a Berkeley pump. In its day, it was a pretty badass boat. Now it's got a blown motor, so not so much. But it's just a 460, so it's really not hard to come by. And we'll show you that shortly too. Trying to think of what else is going on. We got the Stig. Here, come around here. We got the Stig working on Joe's Dodge right now, and I know this is going to make Joe happy. As you know, we extended this nose about 5.5 inches, so it's in 3 sections. So we had to remake all these body lines to fit. So they were very, very close, a little off here and there. I put him on this today. He's going to go ahead and straighten them up. So we'll get that done, and then hopefully this week also, because we've had a little reprieve in our Arctic weather. It's actually about 50 degrees out. It was yesterday too. I don't know how long this is going to last, but I want to kind of take advantage of getting some of the outside stuff done at the shop that we need to get done, as well as Mike's Mustang is all but ready to go outside and be wet sanded. Just can't do it when it's 45 degrees. It's just too cold. We've got the Jeep CJ that is also ready to be wet sanded. Don't have makeup air in the booth, so as far as turning heat on to paint stuff, we're just a little bit at a standstill right now until the weather breaks. But the good thing about Tennessee is it usually doesn't take too long for the weather to break. That's about it. That's our update for today. Trying to think if anything else exciting happened. You filmed this morning on the quarter panel for the coronet. Did you film any of that? No? Okay.
We got the old piece to
okay. Well, what
piece we cut out?
Yeah, where'd that go?
What's sitting right here?
Okay, the coronet on the driver's side rear quarter panel at some point had a pretty bad excuse me, Corona. Had a pretty bad patch put in it. I mean, so bad that when they cut it out, they didn't even take the little spammy keyway stuff off it. So this is what it looked like on the outside when we ground it out. This lower quarter repair panel is available for this car. However, they're out of stock, and we all know what that means. Over the last 6 months or so, we found out what out of stock means. It means unobtainium. You're not going to get it. You may get it sooner or later, but you're better off making one. So we had to Stig, take a piece of sheet metal and over to our slip roller and made a nice repair panel for this car that was just as nice as what you could have bought. Nicer probably, because it's not from China. He went ahead and right at this seam, when you can see where it's been tacked, went ahead and made a repair panel for that. So we've got, again, all the metal work's done, a little bit of finished body work on this car, and we're about to be clustered up with painting a whole bunch of stuff. Got a call today from Ohio Technical College in Cleveland. Young kid who's been top of his class, never missed a day. He's in the auto restoration classes that they have and expressed an interest at coming to work here. So the people at the Ohio Technical College reached out to me, sent me his resume. I reached out to him, sent him an email, waiting on a phone number. We'll give him a call back and we'll see what we got. But that's promising, because that's somebody who has the basic knowledge that we need, but they haven't been through a half a dozen shops to learn all kinds of bad habits. We're able to teach them all our bad habits, and that'll work out good. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, those are our updates. A little bit slow, like I said. We're down a couple people because of COVID, and it's been cold out, so that kind of slowed us down a little bit. But that's it. So we're working on it. We'll talk to you shortly.